Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some really big major leaks for a PlayStation product we have been waiting for such a long time for our PlayStation 5 consoles. So I'm very happy to go and see these rumors and leaks actually kind of flowing on up. And this is actually from a very reputable leaker as well. So this information is looking very likely. We also have other mixtures of articles mixed in to go and show you guys that pretty much confirms that this is actually finally coming on out. So I'm very excited for this one. And also this is one of those major aspects as well that Sony and PlayStation were a little bit slacking on behind Microsoft. So very cool stuff to finally go and see some competition mixed in with this. We have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys, lots of cool stuff to talk about, and all of that good stuff all throughout the video. So number one, guys, don't forget that it is actually Mother's Day. We actually might have a very special Mother's Day video coming out in a few hours, so definitely be on the lookout for that. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed for the PS5 giveaway going on, as well for also putting the notifications for restock news, Sony news, or whatever. Smash that like button if you guys would like. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital. The Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys want to follow on up. And lastly, Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Go and base you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Always linked down below. It's actually down in the actual video itself. So, as I mentioned, we actually have some really big leaks that have actually been coming on out throughout these past maybe few days or so. And this is going to be in regards to the brand new, finally, PlayStation 5 controller. We are finally going to be able to actually have a brand new PlayStation 5 controller, which is something I think a lot of people have been looking for and expecting ever since basically launch. I myself included have been waiting for a very long time because you would just assume on day one launch you'd actually have these other options. Kind of similar to as well for Microsoft. Microsoft, for all their controllers, have a lot of different color variations, design variations, etc. in terms of like actually on the controller itself. So we all were kind of patiently waiting for Sony to do something else. Even for me, I actually do have my PS4 controller mixed down over here, and you guys can kind of go and see it's just always nice having the color differences. Now, I actually have a case on my controller itself, and I do really like the white aesthetic, white on black aesthetic. I think it is generally a really nice design, but I'm also one of those big fans that I would 100% day one want to go buy like a black PS5 or have a pure black controller too as well with maybe blue and white actual ambience mixed on in. If you guys want to maybe leave your comments down below before we fully dive into the actual video on like what color controllers you guys like, which ones you'd actually go and get, or maybe which ones you've gotten on previous generations. I would love to go and read through all those comments in the video itself. So as I kind of mentioned over here, we actually had some pretty big major leaks now that Sony is finally getting into the various color market for the controllers. As I mentioned, this is something that I was somewhat expecting on when it comes actually on like release, but now we're finally going and getting it. We have not had a 100% official word from Sony themselves. We are now finally seeing different color iterations. We'll kind of cover that up in maybe a few moments in the video. Don't worry, this article is not going to be us reading Spanish over here, but I wish I could, drop in the PS5 Sony Lamoros Nuevos DualSense in color. But we basically are now seeing at least some pictures and renditions kind of floating around for the new PS5 controller. But kind of go and dive on into this. Basically, like I said, we now are getting some good information on this. Let's go dive on in. PlayStation 5 users will now have more than one DualSense color option, which is also, thank God, because for me, I don't mind white, but I feel like white gets dirty really easily. Or at least that's what the new rumor suggests. Right now, the PS5 controller only comes in one color variant, a two-tone black and white design that matches the console, which once again, I kind of like it. I think the aesthetic does look very nice, clean, and just, well, good. Since the controller was revealed, PlayStation players have been calling out for additional colors like an all black, which why, like as I mentioned, 100% would buy day one of. I really am a really big fan of pure black with like white finishes or like a pure black matte, and I would do 100% the same stuff on my PS5 console. If I could actually have outskirts on this or D-brand, whatever it is, I would 100% go and get my own custom colored console like that for sure. But they want to go do red, blue, or translucent when it comes to controllers. At the moment of publishing, there has actually been no official word from Sony about more controller colors, but according to a new rumor, Sony is getting ready to release at least a couple, which I'm very hyped up for. Like I said, I don't mind like the white aesthetic. I think it looks nice, but you guys can I like other colors too. The report comes the way of Area Jugones, who recently leaked May 2021's PlayStation Plus games before they were even announced, citing sources inside the company. So this has actually been like a trusty leaker and source, so it's probably looking pretty likely. They relay word that Sony is preparing to release two new PS5 controller colors. One will boast a red and black design, and the other a black and gray design. So basically seeing red and black and the black and gray. I'd probably like the black and gray one myself. If we can actually see some renditions, maybe I'll include them up in the video. If not, then maybe like the thumbnail or something like that. But basically, I would love that. I love new options, and I really do like the black and white aesthetic. And one thing I want to maybe kind of make a note that kind of somewhat supports up this rumor floating around right now is we actually saw the news a little bit ago that the PS5 SCUF controllers are now coming out very soon. So basically, if you guys don't know, that's just another company that kind of basically does like custom controllers, custom design controllers, sometimes like mods them a little bit, depending on like what you're buying or what you're getting. And it's kind of a pretty reputable thing when it comes to, people who play a lot of controller games. So now you're now seeing confirmations that there's basically third-party controllers floating around, especially from Corsair CEOs, and we actually have been hearing them confirm that basically from earnings calls and stuff like that, where they basically were asked about the SCUF controller compatibility with the PS5, and their response was, we're obviously working as fast as we can to get out the PS5 controller, the CEO began. We haven't released when that will be, but I suspect will be pretty early in the market compared to any of our competitors. Paul continued, while the CEO isn't specifically saying like when the SCUF version of the controller is coming on out, it's definitely saying it's coming on over there too as well. So basically these are just really big and really reputable third-party controllers, which would also kind of go and solidify the fact that Sony themselves would probably, like as a PlayStation as a whole, would probably like to go release their own official actual DualSense controllers, even if they're only in other colors, before we even see other market competitors or third-party sellers reaping all the benefits and making money off of their design, which just makes sense. But as well, also, it is kind of nice to go and see that we maybe see more information floating around when it comes to that. So yeah, another kind of big thing too I want to make a note on too as well is that basically Xbox Series X users have actually had a lot of different other color options to go and choose from since the initial launch. We've seen many different various color options on the websites, released, etc., in stores. So it was actually kind of surprising that we've been kind of stuck with just the pure white controller for the DualSense controller. I can maybe see there being have little baby bits of issues more so for the technological side, because as you guys do know, it does have a lot of adaptive feedback and stuff like that, like adaptive controllers and triggers, and a lot more vibrations and overall usability on the controllers. So they could potentially maybe run into issues where they don't want to use maybe an off-brand of plastic or maybe mess around with the design and all that. So we could always maybe see like that's the reason why, or maybe they've been more so focusing on the production of the PS5 consoles, which at that point I would probably go give Sony a free pass because all of us out there are still trying to get our PS5s. So I would definitely rather them be actually trying their best to make the PS5 or redesign the PS5 rather than having to go and focus on, of course, just making controllers in different colors. Because I mean, the controllers do work fine as is. But that is a major thing that a lot of people were also going and comparing about, because even back in the PS4 as well, it was lagging behind the Xbox One a lot in terms of color options, in terms of controller options, in terms of all the other options as well. So the fact that we're seeing this kind of spark on up for the rumor for the PS5 is very, very nice. So as I mentioned throughout the video, definitely leave a comment down below on if you guys would ever want to have a different color, if you guys would buy these day one, if these are a must cop. I said before, I would probably love to have a black and gray one just to kind of have like the contrasting color scheme with my PS5 I have. And as well, I would probably day one buy a pure black PS5 too, just because I just love the aesthetic. I love the design of it, and that's kind of what I prefer. So definitely leave a comment down below on your thoughts and all that good stuff. But as I mentioned, very good leaks. As of now, though, we still have not seen Sony fully address the rumor in any capacity. We also don't really expect that to change, but whenever they do go and actually release stuff up, like kind of how this article is also stating, I will let you guys know 100% the second I can on if we have more information, if we see more colors, we see more color options, or if we ever have an official Sony press release too as well. But very good news, very fun news, and I'm very happy to see this is actually finally hitting up in the market. Definitely make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, and also be on the lookout for our video later on throughout today for our Mother's Day special. So definitely leave a like for that and be subscribed with the notifications on for that, or for the giveaway. We have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc and digital. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well, also linked down below. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys up later on throughout today for hopefully a really cool, fun video with me and my mama. Love you guys.